Oh, there she is. I found her. Thanks again to my good buddy Ben Lohman, who told me he spotted this car a couple of weeks ago, and then I think some days later I went to try to find it off Beaubien Street here in the East End, and I'm on the bus there, I don't know, 2006 LFS or whatever, and it just drives by us, you know, like I could see it through the windshield. I'm like, damn, I could remember it was dirty. And it's funny, as I thought to myself, as soon as I spotted this thing, I thought to myself, man, you know, when I was a kid, like some of you guys are Generation X guys, you know, from the 80s, you were 80s kids like me, this is how we remember these old cars. You know, they were already 8, 10, 12, 15 years old. And this one, by the way, I'm excited, like that 67 Wildcat I spotted yesterday. Because, again, you know, these are a dying breed. And there are more Caprices left, which is the more fancier version of this if you don't know anything about cars. The Impala was the bare bones. This was usually a fleet car, meaning a taxi, a police car, a company car, a rental car. And this car, I mean, considering it's an 80 to 85 being the last year for the Impala until it was brought back, of course, from oblivion back in 1999 or so. But unfortunately, the only thing that saddens me to see this car is that it's dented, as you saw, pretty badly on that fender. It can be fixed easily. Plenty of these cars still around. But then again, the paint's faded, it's driven, it's enjoyed, and therefore, is it really going to last? I would love to be able to see this car in 5, 10 years and say, hey, you know what, it's still in good shape. But when a car like this isn't worth much money, you know, a faded paint, dented fender, I mean, even though the car overall is in good condition, how long is it really going to be on the road for if it's driven daily, you know, and it's not taken care of? If it's taken care of, the oil has changed, the lifeblood of the car being the oil. These fucking cars can put 1,000,000 miles on those motors, especially if it's a 350. The 305 was a great motor also, but the 350 was the best, and hence why they made that available for so many years, you know. Interestingly enough, also here, this is a busy area. It's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. Check this out. You got your original dealer tag there. Poulain! How ironic. I used to have a friend named Poulain. He lived not far from here. Poulain, Pontiac, Buick, Cadillac in the Beauce. Wow, that's far. The Beauce, man.
What year is that?
I would say that's the early 80s.
Oh, no.
Judging by the colors. Oh yeah, another footnote, guys. I'm just making a little video. The two-tone paint there, that's what makes this car cool also, because that was an expensive...
I see only one tone.
Oh yeah, if you go on the other side, you'll see it better. No, it's not a deer tone, it's a two-tone. And that was usually something people ordered more in the Caprice, because again, this was really a basic full-size car. And my friend Marco, if you see this out of La Salle, my friend the bus driver, he told me his parents had one, and it was an 85, the last year for this. And speaking of which, I remember seeing one of these for sale on Kijiji years ago. It was an 85. It was that typical light green metallic GM had. And not only that, the car was in excellent condition. It was original right down to the hubcaps. It had the Blackwall tires on it. Really something else, you know. And I'm just filming this car, man. Don't worry about it. No, ça m'arrive tout le temps. This guy thought I was filming him. I'm like, no, I'm just filming that car. But it would be cool, again, if this car survives, even if it's whatever, the wheels are changed, those are original hubcaps. But man, if I had this, I would clean the hell out of it, you know, and even leave the fender the way it is, you know, get it fixed up a little bit. By the way, I had a 78 Caprice, even though I mentioned that many times. It had a 350 in it. Boy, did it love to drink gas. Holy shit, did that thing thirsty. But again, it was two-tone like that, but it was a light blue over dark blue. And that car had a, oh man, I think it was 263,000 kilometers on it or something. And I wouldn't be surprised, judging by the condition of that Impala, if it was driven regularly, and obviously not in the winter, it could have 200, 300,000 miles or kilometers on it, because they were just fucking made to last forever, these cars, you know. So I'm just thrilled. I mean, I wish the car was clean, but hey, when it's this old and not common, I mean, again, like I always say, you know, this isn't this is the fucking Rust Belt here. Cars like this didn't last. My friend Scott lives in Alberta. He told me he's got a good buddy of his who's got an 83 Impala, which I just forgot to mention. Yeah, the bumper is dented too. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened recently, because this is a car that was probably in a garage most of its life. But, you know, what are you going to do? This is the city. You live in a city, the more of a population there is, the more cars are on the road, the more chances that, unfortunately, cars are going to get damaged. If it's not scratched, it's going to get hit by somebody. That sunroof, that's somebody installed that. That's pretty neat, actually. Hey, look, just like my Caprice, again. Yeah, you see, there's like, this is a typical American thing. It started in the 70s. You know, things wouldn't line up. You can see the chrome moldings, they don't line up. This is how the Japanese took over. It wasn't just because they made a lot of cars that lasted better. It was just stuff like that. The fit and finish on American cars is just not fantastic, you know, in the 70s and up. But guys like me and you, my friend Andre and my friend Scott, we love these. Something's responding. Gotta go catch it. Bye. Thanks for watching.